Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Dangers and Dragons podcast. If you love addictive stories, epic quests, and legendary adventures, then you're in the right place.
That's right. We aim to keep you coming back for more with masterful storytelling and characters you won't forget.
Today we're diving into a story called The Moonlight Crown.
Oh, this one's good. It takes place in a land ruled by a tyrannical regent where hope is fading fast.
Yeah, you can really feel the people's desperation.
Yeah.
They're crying out for a hero, someone to fight for them.
And that's where the Night Riders come in. They're rebels or outlaws really pushing back against the regent.
What's interesting is that they aren't warriors or knights. They're ordinary people driven to extraordinary measures.
Exactly. Their leader is fueled by rage against the regent.
We never actually learn their name, do we?
Oh, it just adds to the mystery, I think.
And working alongside our protagonist is Ella.
She's the brains of the operation, a brilliant strategist who knows all the secret routes and passages.
Right. Early on, we see the Night Riders doing these small acts of rebellion, like raiding grain wagons to feed the hungry.
And freeing prisoners from the dungeons.
They even leave messages on the palace walls.
These small victories are crucial. They give people hope.
Of course, the Regent retaliates.
Yeah, his response is brutal. Villages are destroyed, and wanted posters are everywhere.
Fear starts to grip the land, even among the Night Riders.
The stakes get higher, and the danger becomes very real.
You start to wonder if they can really win.
Then comes a turning point, a moonless night and an ambush.
Planned by the Night Riders.
But this time, they're the ones caught in a trap.
Surrounded by the Regent's forces. Outnumbered and outmatched.
It seems like the end.
There's a clash of steel, Ella screams, and then something incredible happens.
Our protagonist roars, this primal scream,
Not a scream of fear, but something deeper.
almost like it's destiny.
This is where the legend of the true heir comes in.
Right, an ancient prophecy about a leader who will overthrow the tyrant, someone with a moon-shaped birthmark.
And in the chaos of the battle, our protagonist's birthmark is revealed.
It pulses with this eerie light like the moon in the sky.
Even the Regent's soldiers are stunned.
There's hesitation, doubt in their eyes.
That moment gives the Night Riders a chance to escape, but they're battered and bruised.
Their numbers are dwindling too. They find refuge in a burnt-out barn.
It's there in the firelight that the situation sinks in. Everyone's looking at the protagonist's birthmark.
It's not just a mark anymore, it's a symbol.
One of the riders whispers, "Princess."
And the word hangs in the air.
This rebel leader is suddenly the heir to the throne. They never wanted this.
Imagine having that responsibility thrust upon you. It changes everything.
Their desire for revenge clashes with this new responsibility.
Yeah, they're furious.
They didn't ask for this destiny, but the other Night Riders see something different.
They see hope.
The protagonist sees a curse, but the Night Riders see a symbol.
They remember the prophecy, and they choose to believe.
And that belief spreads like wildfire. They're even more determined now.
It's amazing how hope can change things.
But they know they can't defeat the Regent's army head on.
Right. They need a new plan, a smarter approach.
Our protagonist knows the land. They've spent their life exploring it.
They understand the terrain better than anyone.
They realize that knowledge is power.
Exactly. It's not always about brute force.
The final battle isn't a massive clash of armies. It's a series of ambushes and diversions.
Like a carefully laid trap.
Classic guerrilla warfare. They use the terrain to their advantage.
And it works. They drive the Regent's forces back to the capital.
It's David versus Goliath.
Reigns over brawn.
The climax takes place in the throne room. But it's not a sword fight.
The real weapon is truth.
The protagonist stands before the regent and reveals the birthmark for everyone to see.
It's undeniable proof that the regent is a fraud.
But even with the victory, it feels bittersweet.
Yeah, the people cheer, but they're hesitant. They've lived under oppression for so long.
It's a reminder that the damage runs deep.
Rebuilding trust and hope takes time.
The protagonist knows the real challenge is just beginning.
The weight of the crown is heavy.
It's not a fairy tale ending. The Moonlight Crown isn't just about power.
Right, it's about responsibility, the burden of leadership.
And the story shows how complex that burden can be.
Yeah. Even with a rightful claim to the throne, you have to earn people's trust.
Our protagonist gets that. They don't just celebrate the victory.
They get to work, rebuilding the kingdom,
Lead by example.
showing their people that they're not just a ruler, but someone who'll fight for them.
It makes you think, what would you do in that situation?
If you were suddenly in charge, would you rise to the challenge?
The question we can all ask ourselves.
I love that about the Moonlight Crown. It makes you think.
It challenges us to think about what leadership really means.
Not just for leaders, but for everyone.
When you look at the big picture, The Moonlight Crown is about more than just rebellion.
It's about hope and the power of believing in something bigger than yourself.
Well said. And that brings us to the end of our journey into the Moonlight Crown.
I hope you enjoyed this epic tale.
Don't forget to rate and follow the Dangers and Dragons podcast for more amazing stories.
We'll be back tomorrow with another adventure. Until then, keep those imaginations burning bright.
See ya.